frick?
You know, I would really rethink on calling yourself Invincible. Just saying. Hit it. Invincible is an Amazon original adult superhero series that aired from March 25th, 2021 to April 29, 2021 with 8 episodes. It is based on the Image comic series with the same name created by Robert Kirkman, Corey Walker, and Ryan Ottley. It has all the star voice cast from Steven Yeun and J.K. Simmons. The animation and gore is everything I dreamed of seeing an adult animation show, in my opinion. Spoiler warning if you have not seen the show or read the comic, you've been warned. So let's get into Invincible. While the White House is being attacked by the villainous twin scientists, the Molar twins, they are thwarted by Nolan, Grayson, aka Omni-Man, and the Guardians of the Globe, the world's greatest superhero team. Mark Grayson, the son of Omni-Man, waits impatiently to get his powers, but due to them being half human, they didn't manifest yet. One night while Mark was throwing away trash at his job, Mark gets his powers and promptly quits his job. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I would've done the same damn thing. He runs home to tell his parents. Nolan started training Mark the very next day, but Nolan was going a little too hard and hit Mark. To prove himself, Mark goes and stops a robbery with a homemade suit. Later, Mark and Nolan share a tender moment between father and son. Nolan takes Mark to go see his tailor for superheroes. The tailor crafts Mark's suit, and Mark gave himself the name Invincible. That night, the Guardians of the Globe were called in, but it was an ambush by Nolan, and he kills them all, but not without sustaining injury himself and passes out. The Global Defense Agency tried to revive the Guardians of the Globe somehow, but failed to do so. The head of the Global Defense Agency, Cecil Stedman, tells Mark and his mother Debbie, while Nolan is in a coma, trouble spurs as an extra-dimensional beings called the Flaxes attack. Mark heads out and meets another superhero team called themselves the Teen Team, and they help fight the Flaxes. After a huge battle, the Flaxes were exposed to Earth's air and started to age rapidly and retreated. Mark meets and becomes friends with a fellow superhero that went to his high school, Samantha E. Wilkins, aka Adam Eve. She has the power of matter manipulation. The Flaxes return a few more times with anti-aging technology. Nolan is healed up and joins the fight of the Flaxens, and he takes them back to their dimension. However, he says to the leader of the Flaxens, "Earth isn't yours to conquer." Sometime later, Mark fights with an alien named Alan, and it was a misunderstanding that he had the wrong planet. Meanwhile, the demon Darkblood investigates the murder of the Guardians of the Globe. There was a televised funeral of the Guardians while there was a private funeral for their loved ones. Darkblood questions Nolan about the night, but he evades the question. Cecile instructs Robot, the leader of the Teen Team, to form a new Guardians of the Globe, because forces like the Flaxens could attack the planet sooner rather than later, so they need to be ready. On the teen drama side of things, Adam Eve was in a relationship with another hero, Rexplode. He screwed up by cheating on her with another member of the Teen Team, Duplicate. Before Robot merges the teams, Adam Eve quits. In the first episode, Mark likes a local high school girl named Amber, even gets beat up for her. He gets her number and sets up a study date. The study date goes well until he is called away by Adam Eve to handle a supervillain that was planning to blow up Mount Rushmore. Mark thought he blew the study date, but Amber was waiting for him and they had sex to consummate their new relationship. The Mauler twins escape prison with the help of Robot and enlist him for a job. Darkblood questions Debbie on what really happened the night the Guardians of the Globe died. Now she is suspicious of Nolan. Also suspicious of Nolan, Cecil asks Nolan to go on the first mission to Mars, but he declines. However, Mark volunteers. He goes to Mars and thinks about Amber, but the astronauts were abducted by Martians. The Martian Emperor wants to kill the astronauts to prevent their prosthetic sequids from leaving Mars and infecting the entire universe. Mark gets the astronauts out of Mars, but unknown to him, one of the astronauts was replaced by a Martian. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Nolan and Debbie enjoy some time alone in Rome, but there was an attack on the public. But Nolan was unaffected by it, and Debbie started to notice a change in him. Cecil figures that Nolan is the killer, but he doesn't have proof and don't know how to take him down as of yet. To keep suspicion off Nolan, Cecil banished Darkblood to hell, but Darkblood leaves behind his essence on a notepad for Debbie to find. Meanwhile, Robot steals a DNA sample from Rexplode and gives it to his true self, Rudy Connors. Later, Debbie finds the notebook left by Darkblood, and she then finds Nolan's bloody suit after she sent Nolan on errands around the world. Mark volunteers to help Amber out at a shelter to get back in her good graces for standing her up with no explanation. However, he also helps a villain that he once stopped before, Titan. Titan is being blackmailed by the big crime boss that can predict certain futures, Machine Head. Knowing he was going to be ambushed by Invincible and Titan, Machine Head summons a gang of villains, including one from space, Battle Beast. Despite their efforts, along with the new Guardians of the Globe, Battle Beast gave most of the injuries, including Mark, beating him unconscious. Machine Head was arrested. After that, it was revealed that Titan was using Marks to gain control of Machine Head's empire. A week goes by and Mark recovers, but he has one more chance with Amber as they go away for the weekend to a college with his best friend William. But conveniently, a mad scientist, D.A. Sinclair, kidnaps the students and turns them into cyborgs. He sends them to attack and grab more students, and they grab William's love interest, Rick Sheridan. Mark saves William from taking him, finding out Mark's secret identity as Invincible. Fed up with his neglect, Amber breaks up with Mark. Mark wanted to make it up to Amber, but the night William was taken, William discovers that Rick was turned into a cyborg, but Rick breaks his programming and helps defeat the other cyborgs and subdue Sinclair. As he was arrested, Cecil takes an interest into Sinclair's work. Debbie takes Nolan's suit to Rosenbaum, the suit tailor, and he figures out that Nolan killed the original Guardians of the Globe because their blood was the oldest blood on his suit. The job that the Molders were tasked was to grow Robot a new body, but as villains do, they need some insurance so Robot won't turn on them the moment the job was done. So they dig up the body of the original Guardians of the Globe, the Immortal. Debbie confronts Nolan, and after that, she relocates to be safe under Cecil's protection. Nolan starts to kill off Cecil associates in the coldest way. After the Molders successfully clone the body for Robot, aka New Rudy, he promptly betrays them and tries to send them back to jail. They tried to use the Immortal to fight New Rudy, but the last thing the Immortal remembered was being killed by Nolan, and he sets out to find him. Meanwhile, Cecil used everything in his arsenal to slow down Nolan, long enough to get to Mark, even by bringing back a powerful enemy that Nolan defeated once before. Meanwhile, Mark reveals that he's invincible to Amber to fix the relationship, but it doesn't work because she's known for months, but she doesn't want him back due to him not trusting her. More on that later, I promise. Mark heads out to find Adam Eve to seek advice, but she gets into his ass also. What in the actual... Anyway, they both intersect Nolan's fight with the Conju. Adam Eve is called away to meet with the Guardians of the Globe. Mark helps Nolan and defeats it. However, the Immortal shows up, but history repeats itself and Nolan kills the Immortal again, this time on live television and to Mark. Nolan reveals the truth on why he came to Earth. Nolan is part of the Viltrumite Empire that set out to conquer the universe. Mark couldn't believe this and will not join Nolan. Nolan beats Mark bad and killing innocents in the process. Nolan was this close to killing Mark until Mark reminds Nolan of his humanity and leaves Earth, shedding tears. Mark and Amber rekindle a relationship once more sometime after. Cecil helped Mark and Debbie financially to fake Nolan's death. Mark intercepts Alan again on the moon and is warned that the Viltrumite fleet is coming. Season 1 ends with a montage of Mark wanting to finish high school, the Maulers are arrested, the Immortals recuperated under Cecil's care. Villain factions like Battle Beast, for example, teases their return, and to prepare for the Viltrumite Empire, Cecil enlists Sinclair to engineer more cyborgs. Season 1 of Invincible barely scratches the surface of the source material. Overall, that's a good thing. This is like any other dark parody of Marvel and DC superheroes. This reminds me of The Boys, and I think it's equal when it comes to adult superhero shows. Luckily for us, Invincible has been renewed for a second and third season, while still airing the first season. Mark's journey into becoming the hero and doing the right thing was his human side, despite him being half Viltrumite. He even managed to stand up to Nolan after his true intentions were revealed. He still faced teen problems though, like keeping a relationship with Amber, being bullied, and wanting to be like his father. However, he stayed getting his ass whooped in each episode. Seriously, did you all see that ass whooping Battle Beast gave him and he still got back up and still wanted to be the hero? Having superhero abilities aren't enough if you don't know how to use them. Like I said before, I haven't read the comics and don't know how he progresses in the end. I know that the comic Invincible ended a while back, so we will see. Amber, she got some nerve. She knew Mark was a superhero for months and she didn't say anything. But if you knew for months, how dare you still get mad at him for standing you up? Then you try to turn it around on him saying that he didn't trust you. Hello ladies, superhero 101. If a villain finds out Mark is invincible, he or she will use his loved ones to get to him. And I assume you're a smart girl, so you should know that, right? But nope, you thought it'd be easier to blame him. It doesn't matter if they made up by season 1 end. It's just the fact that she put him through that, making him believe that he was the asshole in the relationship. That's my opinion on her. Cecil is a man of many mysteries. I don't know much about his backstory, but I know he has experience with dealing with superheroes and villains. He often tries to get in front of the situation by coming up with contingency plans. Sometimes he will have to deal with unnecessary evil to serve the greater good. Nolan is a mixture of Superman and Zod from DC. I could compare him to other evil versions of Superman, but I would just use those examples for now. He was an infiltrator from his planet and came to Earth to prepare for invasion. For 20 years he lived on Earth and even started a family. But little did he know, being on Earth and having a family slowly changed him. However, even though he loves Debbie, he only sees her as a pet. When Debbie heard this, it crushed her. Just being used to pass the time. Until the Viltrumites invade Earth. The universe heard when a Viltrumite left their post. From what I've seen on Facebook groups, there is someone worse than Nolan that's just waiting to debut. I know Nolan realized that he made a terrible mistake by acting on his orders. Even though he killed lots of innocents, I know he sensed his son's hearts breaking as he was beating him to a pulp. Even though he was disappointed in Mark for not joining him. But Mark was raised on Earth, raised by humans, formed relationships. If you wanted him to join, you should have did everything for him not to have human attachments. But here we are. New Rudy was also doing necessary evils like dealing with the Molar twins to grow him a new body so he could be with Monster Girl. Monster Girl is an older woman in a child's body. The side effects of her transforming, well, she would age backwards. That's why she has an appearance of a child. If she keeps transforming, she will eventually be a baby or cease to exist. Hopefully, New Rudy will be able to cure her. Adam Eve is your typical teenage girl once she gets cheated on by her boyfriend. She sets off to find herself and leaves the teen. Now she's out on her own to help people on her own terms, but she tries to defend Amber by getting into Mark's ass. But you are both superheroes. You should understand where Mark is coming from. But that's the only thing I could take from Adam Eve's character. I really like Invincible. The pacing in the first season was steady, and when it needed to get fast, it did not disappoint. I can't wait for season 2 and 3 once they air. That's all for today. If you have a TV show, movie, comic book, video game, or special video idea, let me know in the comments or give me an email if you want to explain more in detail. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you all next time.